Happy Monday and welcome to the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Shelley Whitehead. Glad to have you along with us. It's going to be warm. Yay! No more snow. We'd like to thank you so much for joining us right here on Charter Channel 8, 6 days a week. Or if you can't find us there, you can always find us on the internet. We are on YouTube and blip.tv. And when you like us on Facebook, Leanne will gladly upload the newest episode to your Facebook news feed. So it's an opportunity for you to keep an eye on what's going on in your community. We want to thank you so much for joining us, and also know that we're always looking for more information or stories. So if you have a good story or something you'd like to see covered right here on the Owatonna Today Show, you could always send us an email at owatonnatoday@charter.net, or give Leanne Alt a call at 390-5751 and let us know what you'd like to see right here on the Owatonna Today Show. I'm excited about today's show. We will be having a pre-recorded segment with Kim Schaufenbuel, our arts correspondent. She's going to tell us what's going on in the area for the month of May. And we're also going to be speaking with Joel Hunt and talking about the safety camp that's coming up this summer. So stick with us. We'll be right back on the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Jody Voisin with the staff at Fairview Animal Medical Center, your other family doctor. Fairview Animal Medical Center is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Recreational fires are allowed within the Owatonna city limits. They must be contained within a fire pit or a device designed for such use, and can be 3 feet in diameter and no more than 3 feet high. They must be 25 feet from a building or combustibles. Only untreated or unpainted woods must be used. Fires must be attended by a person at all times that are capable of extinguishing the fire. This has been a safety tip from the Owatonna Fire Department.
Hi, we're Mark and Becky Stevens of the Owatonna Pizza Ranch.
And we support the Owatonna Today Show.
And good morning. We're back with Joel Hunt. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Wonderful.
Good.
How are you doing?
I'm excited to talk to you today because I know what you're doing this summer is very important for the kids of our community. Would you mind really quick introducing yourself and telling us who you are?
Sure. My name's Joel Hunt. I'm a detective with the Owatonna Police Department. I've been with the department for 7 years, and one of the things I do and have done probably since I started is worked with the Steele County Kids Safety Camp. It's a 2-day day camp, and it's really exciting, fun for third graders going into fourth grade every year.
How many students do you have usually that attend this camp?
We usually say our cutoff is 200, but we generally will end up in the about 215, 220 category.
And these are always new kids because, like you said, it's third graders going into fourth grade. Why that age group? What was so important about that one?
We felt that age group was, young enough where they still thought safety was cool, but old enough to independently function for the 2 days without their parents around.
Okay, so just give them a little of independence, yet they're still open to what they were learning.
Yeah, they think safety's cool, which it is, but as they get older, they kind of forget that.
And then when you're my age, you realize how important safety is.
Yes, and then it comes back around.
It does, and so learning those things at this age helps them be able to do that, be able to come back around and have those skill sets. Yeah. Well, let's talk about the camp itself. When is it?
It is June 13th and 14th this year, so the first full week after school's out, the Thursday and Friday after.
Okay. And tell me a little bit about the structure. How is the day structured for those 2 days?
The first day we're down at Lake Comire, and we're down there because we do a lot of water activities. We have fishing safety. We actually have enough cane poles where the kids can go down, and the Muskie Ink Club will help them bait their hooks and teach them about safety there, and they actually catch sunfish all day long. Right around the little island there. Okay. We also get all the park and rec canoes to teach them boating safety. Steele County Water Patrol's there and kind of monitors them there. Down there we also have Kaplan's Woods, which is the perfect place for the Boy Scouts to teach them about camping and hiking safety. We also do a little firearms safety subject where they can learn, the stop, don't touch, leave the room, tell an adult, those sort of safety things. And then also they get to learn proper handling using rubber band guns and safety glasses. So, and I think usually the first day we also have first aid. Either Gold Cross or Blooming Prairie Ambulance will be doing first aid this year.
So this isn't a place where the kids sit in the classroom and just watch slide presentations. So this is a hands-on opportunity.
Every class we try and get a hands-on opportunity where they can get out and do something. I know on the camping they'll end up helping build a fire pit, or how to set up a tent, or how to sling the food supply up over a
Keep it away
tree.
from the bears and
Yes,
the raccoons.
the bears
and that
here
kind
in
of thing.
Steele County.
I know we have so many, but the raccoons, they're wily.
They're around. They are
And they're
around.
they're big as bears, so it kind of works out the same way.
So that's the first day. We also provide lunch. We're trying to work with Union Pacific Railroad and get a train to stop and teach about railroad safety, something kind of new this year, kind of an all-together group activity, but we're working on that still, so that's something new for this year.
What made you decide on these specific topics? How did you decide that these are important for these children to learn about?
They were decided a long time ago for
Okay.
me, but they seem to be the topics that they run into every summer and throughout the school year and things like that. So they're the important main topics.
Yeah.
The second day we go up to the fairgrounds, and that's where we'll cover bike safety. They actually bring their own bikes and get to ride through a course that our community service officers from the police department will set up for them. We do Sparky's Firehouse, so they get fire safety training. OPU comes and does electrical safety, and then we do actually a personal safety where they cover like internet safety, stranger danger, things like that. And then hydration kind of fits into that, and equipment safety.
Okay. So as you move forward with these kids, what are you've done this 7 years approximately?
A little over that. I did it before I was a patrol officer too.
So talk to me a little bit about the effects that maybe you've seen, how you've seen it maybe change in our community. Have you seen these kids becoming more effective? And when you drive around and you see them, do you see them doing the safety things that you taught them?
Yeah, I actually do. It's one of the fun parts of being involved in this is the kids will recognize you and they'll come up to you. Not only when you're on duty, but when you're off duty too, in the supermarket or things like that. Each year, between the fire department and the patrol officers from the police department, they serve as camp counselors as well as teaching classes. So they're in it with the kids and all, going from class to class. So they really get to connect with the police officer, or firefighter, or ambulance member in more than just the authority figure in the city.
I think that's really important to help promote that camaraderie and understanding that those are safety officials. They're there to help you. As sometimes media makes it feel like that's not who they are.
Right.
And so we get to see that, and the kids see that firsthand, that you guys aren't scared, that you're there to protect them.
Yeah, they get to come in. We give them a T-shirt, a backpack, water bottle, and then at the end we have a graduation where they get to high-five the city dignitaries like the mayor and the police chief and fire chief and ice cream. So
at one time, did you have a helicopter that came?
Yes, we try to get either the Mayo 1 helicopter or the State Patrol helicopter. At one time, we got the National Guard Black Hawk helicopter to land, but the budget reasons we don't. They don't fly for us anymore. So.
Yeah, the restrictions. So how can someone get, if they know of a third grader going into fourth grade, how can they be a part of this camp?
We actually put a registration flyer in the hands of every single third grader in Steele County. Okay. Attached to the information is the registration sheet. So registration actually starts today down at the fire hall and runs for 2 weeks. And hopefully I had all the third graders take a pledge, and they should remember to take this home to their parents and not stick it down in their locker.
Or in the bottom of their book bag can happen too.
Yep, I understand how that happens.
Yes.
So each kid gets it, and hopefully they'll get it home to their parents. If for some reason they didn't, the parents can get it to come down to the fire hall and sign them up.
What is the cost to be a part of this?
It is $20. We have kept it at $20 as long as I can remember. We do offer scholarships for those that are less than fortunate. I always tell the kids when I'm doing the presentation at the school that McGruff or Sparky will pay for their way if they can't afford it. So we really want to give every kid in Steele County the opportunity to be there. So we usually take over 200, and if they can't afford it, that's fine by us.
What I'd love to talk about is a couple of the specific things that I guess resonated a little bit more with me. You talked about the gun safety and then shooting the rubber band guns, and I think that's an interesting understanding, of course, what hopefully parents are teaching the kids about not touching a gun and going and telling a parent, but then also translating that into how kids play with little guns all the time, rubber band guns, Nerf guns, all these things, and so kind of teaching them that safety. Talk to me a little bit about that program and why that.
That program's done by Ted Middlestead. He's kind of our firearms guy. He'll go over things. He'll show kids guns, and he'll show them, well, this looks like it's unloaded, right? And he'll actually have a blank in the chamber and shoot it, and that usually
wakes them up,
scares them a little bit, and just the safe handling and things like that, things that at that age are important for them to learn. If for some reason, their parents are, active with firearms and things like that. So it's more geared towards them, and then the kids that may come across it accidentally, what to do, don't touch it. It's really, if you're around an adult and it's a safe thing and it's okay with your parents, I think that's okay, and learning that from your parents. But we're more geared towards the stay away from it. Tell somebody if you find it. That sort of thing.
Exactly. And even using the rubber band guns, it's kind of trying to learn a respect for that, instead of it's just a toy. Understand that it's so much more than that.
Right.
Yeah. Bike safety is huge, and I think that oftentimes we forget about that. We forget that now the kids are going to be out on the streets on their bikes. We need to watch for them. What are some of the things that you really emphasize with some of the students as you talk about bike safety?
Bike safety, we really emphasize wearing their helmets and having a properly fit helmet. We usually have somebody there that can look at their helmets, make sure they're sitting on their heads right, and and then using their hand signals and what side of the road to ride on, that you're not riding against traffic, that you're signaling and things like that. And that's a big thing in the city that I think could be improved is bike safety. You always see people running through stop signs and things like that. So when we're getting them at that third grade level and trying to drive that home with them, hopefully it sticks with them.
Yeah, because it's preparing you to drive a car.
Yes.
That's what you got to think about.
Signals and stop signs,
Exactly.
You got to use them.
Tell me again when the dates are for this event.
It is June 13th and 14th.
And how can they be registered?
Registration starts today and runs for 2 weeks down at the Owatonna Fire Department. Stop down and talk to Bonnie Hermel, and she'll get you all registered.
Good. I want to thank you for your time today. I know this is a very important, and I think kids look forward to this, don't they?
Oh, they very much do, and they hear about their brothers and sisters in it, and they're excited to do it.
T-shirt.
When they get the T-shirt, get the water bottle, all that stuff that we
Thank
give
you so
them.
much for your time today, Joel.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure. We'll be right back with the Owatonna Today Show. Please stick with us.
Hi, this is Dave Efforts with TPS Insurance, and we are proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
I didn't just want another job, I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
I was new to town and I didn't know where to turn for a job, so I decided to express myself.
I decided to express myself, and they helped find the right career for me.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
Coda Living Community and Park Place Senior Living are Owatonna's premier living communities for seniors. Coda Living Community, located on the Owatonna Hospital and Mayo Clinic campus, provides short-term, long-term, and rehabilitative care. It features private and semi-private rooms, ceiling lifts, and spa. Coda Living Community continues the tradition of providing quality care to area residents. Park Place Senior Living is expanding into the Cedarview Care Center to offer enhanced assisted living. For more information, please call 507-446-4946.
Hi, I'm Doug Johnson with the Owatonna Business Incubator. We're here to help small businesses start and to grow. We're a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Ron Clancher with Clancher & Son Landscaping and Concrete. We support the Owatonna Today Show, and so should you.
And we're back with the Owatonna Today Show. I am with Kim Schaufenbuel. Time to take a look at your arts in your area. Hi, Kim.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's great.
I know we survived.
We did. I got my sweater back out again.
You think the thoughts of putting away the winter clothes, and then you're like, yeah, no. I don't mind it. I know I shouldn't say that, but I love the snow.
I do too.
I'm a fan.
I do too.
But despite that, we as Minnesotans can keep going.
Yes.
And keep moving forward. And there's some fun things going on this month.
Absolutely. There are great things going on. I tell you, I'm going to probably say this every time. There are great things going on in Steele County and, the southern Minnesota area for arts. We're big arts people down here. So a couple things I want to talk about. One is tomorrow. So get out there and go tomorrow to it's the Minnesota Book Awards. They do a gala all over the state, different locations throughout the month after they make the announcement. So tomorrow in Rochester, at the Rochester Civic Theater, from 5 to 9 p.m., there's going to be some readings, some discussions, some music, some book signings. All of the authors that are here are Minnesota authors. Okay. So they either live here in the state or they're writing about the state. And a few of the ones that are going on here this time, Catherine Friend is actually a farmer and a writer. She has a farm out in Zimbrota, and she has written quite frequently about that farm. She has a blog as well, but her book is, she'll be reading from the Compassionate Carnivore. Also, a Minnesota writer is Erin Hart, but she writes about Celtic and Irish themes. Ooh. And she has a book series, Nora Gavin, Cormac McGuire Crime Series. Anyway, this is her fourth novel. It's called The Book of Calawan, and she'll be reading from that.
Will she be doing it in an Irish accent?
I don't know.
Okay.
But I will tell you, she is also a performer, a musical performer. I'm not sure what she does, but her husband is also on the docket, Patty O'Brien. He does Irish music, and she performs with him. I do not know if she'll be performing this time or not.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, that would be great. I think she's probably going to be busy signing her books and doing the writerly stuff. And
these are all people who've won awards, and they're celebrating those awards.
Yes, okay. The Minnesota Book Award. This is the 25th anniversary of that, so they're doing celebrations all over the state, and this gala is the one that's in Rochester.
Okay, so what they're doing, it seems like, is an opportunity for people all over the state to see these award-winning authors and celebrate with them and kind of understand what a thriving community we have of writers in the area.
Yes, and that's a great point. I think that we forget that that Minnesota is a flourishing, thriving literary community. Mm-hmm. I mean, we have publishers in the Twin Cities, we have writers all over the state, and we're well respected in the literary industry. So
it's a great way to celebrate that. So that's tomorrow night in
Tomorrow
Rochester?
night, yes.
Okay. So book signing. So what are the other authors again?
So Catherine Friend, Erin Hart, I didn't mention Anton Troyer. He is a Native American scholar, and he's works up at the University of Bemidji State. He's the executive director of the American Indian Resource Center, but he's a very highly written Native American scholar.
Okay, so his book is probably about.
It is. It's Assassination of Hole in the Day, and Hole in the Day is a person, and it's a historical.
Okay. So if you've
nonfiction book.
If you've read any of these books, it's a great opportunity to bring them, get them signed, and then maybe find out if any of those topics interest you. It'd be a fun opportunity as well.
Yes.
Good. Okay.
And I'm sure that if you don't have those books, that if you would like to buy those books, I'm sure that they will be for sale there. Yes. They don't say that, but that's usually how writers travel with their boxes of books and all of that stuff. So.
Good. Okay. And what else do we have going on in the month?
So, a couple of great things. Last month we talked about all the theater that was going on. This month we're talking about a lot of musical performances.
Good.
So, a couple of things I'm really excited about. At the Paradise Center for the Arts in Faribault this weekend, Home Free and Bad Tangerine are performing. Now, those are two a cappella music groups.
Yes.
Do you love a cappella music?
I love a cappella.
I love a cappella music
really
too.
do. I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, so a cappella music usually in the past used to be choir and barbershop quartets and all the solo and ensemble contests. Usually you think about that type of music. Well, we have a new renaissance of a cappella music these days. So a sing-off was a TV show that was surrounding that. We have all these great kind of pop music groups. So Home Free is one of those guys. So they call themselves a vocal band. And so what that means is that they do some instrumentation with their voices as well, that whole beatbox thing.
Oh, fun.
I know. So those guys are great. They do have a Minnesota connection. Several of the guys that are in this are from Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
But they are a nationally performing group.
Okay.
However, a local favorite, Bad Tangerines,
Yes.
is a warm-up group, and these guys are going to do about a half an hour set. This is a group that's been going here for about 8 years, but they're headed up by Tammy and Mike Furch, who've been performing in this area for about 20 years in various iterations of this type of a cappella work. They are masters at it. So if you can get out and see this group, I mean, go see Bad Tangerines and then enjoy the national.
The national group.
Yeah.
It's Bad Tangerines.
Exactly. They are really terrific. You probably know them from the Hometown Sampler, which is the Owatonna Food Shelf fundraiser for the year. They do that. They've been in Chips and Dips and for bean casserole, lots of iterations of this. But I spoke with Tammy Furch the other day, and she made it clear that that's what they really love to do, is support the community when they get a chance to do things that are kind of like this, which it's not what they strive to do. They love to support the community with their work.
Yeah, and the nice thing though is by doing these other things in other communities, then when they do come to our community and do something like the Hometown Sampler, people are drawn to it because they have that name recognition.
Yep.
So it pays back in that way as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good.
Yes.
Oh, that sounds like a fantastic evening.
Yes.
Now, when is that again?
That's May 11th on Saturday, and starts at 7:30.
And you can get tickets at the Paradise.
Yep.
Good.
Yes.
Good.
Yes. So my other performance thing is also going on at the Paradise Center for the Arts, and that's Swing into Spring.
Oh,
and that's
is spring coming?
Yes. Well, maybe when they perform, we'll have spring after that.
Hopefully, I hope so. They've been waiting. That's what
Yes.
spring's been waiting for this.
Yeah. But this is headed up by the Faribault local group, Jive and Ivan and the Kings of Swings.
Yes.
Now I have to say, love that whole group, but our friend Dallas Musselman is
an amazing performer.
Yes, amazing performer. She's the singer for this group, and we've done theater with her. She's an amazing voice, all over the communities. And so really, the other thing that's going on with this, though, I need to not get distracted by my love of Dallas Musselman, but there's going to be a dance lesson, so a swing dance lesson. Have you ever wanted to do swing dancing?
I'm scared of it. I am. Though I've been recently asked if I'd be interested in being a Steele County Dancing with the Stars person.
Oh,
maybe?
well, there you go.
I don't know, but
Yes.
I could go see and if I break anything or not.
So this is happening on May 17th at Paradise Center for the Arts. At 7, they're starting with a dance lesson from 7 to 7:30, and then at 7:30 there will be a dance with the music. And not only are Jive and Ivan and the Kings of Swing going to be there, but the Carlton Rug Cutters and the St. Olaf Swing Club are going to be there as well.
Yeah, and I think that's so smart because oftentimes when we sit back and we listen to swing music, we enjoy it, we love it, we tap our foot, but we're too timid. And so having that lesson right before, getting you familiar, getting you in the mood, getting you warmed up, and then being able to bring that up because they want you to dance.
Yes.
They like that you appreciate their music,
Yes.
but they hope to move you.
Yes.
And so that's
Yes.
very important.
This is a great American art form, and it is available to us right now.
Well, and that's an amazing thing. We talked a little bit about this earlier, American art forms. And it's so important for us as people to encourage the younger generation. And you were talking about this. It's so important to introduce these arts to younger generations, even now.
Absolutely.
So talk a little bit about that.
Well, I was recently reading an article online about this, about why arts is really important for schools and for children. And there's an article that said actually arts make kids smarter. And some of the points that I took out of that was that musical training helps improves reading by helping children distinguish the sound structure of words. Acting boosts memory and the ability to articulate ideas. And I would also throw in there team building.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Yes.
An interest in performing art leads to better attention and memory. I mean, all this, attention deficit disorder that gets, talked about. If we can increase that attention and memory by doing some of these art forms, I mean, that's a better choice than
And
drugs.
we're so lucky in this community to have summer programs that support that kind of thing. So, like Kim says, get out there, get your kids involved. Good. Well, we'll see you next month.
Yes.
Good. All right. Thank you so much for doing this. Keep us up to date on what's going on in the area.
It's great.
All right. We'll be right back with the Owatonna Today Show. Please stay with us.
Hi, Warren Abraham, Abraham Consulting Technologies, your one-stop technology shop. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress. Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you in mind in everything we do. Owatonna Public Utilities.
Hello, I'm Sean McNulty. And I'm Deb Gillard with Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House, and Clarebridge of Owatonna. And we are a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
And we're back with the Owatonna Today Show. A few quick community service announcements. The debris removal plan for property owners and businesses for trees or limbs that fell during last week's snow is as follows. So if you have branches or trees down from the storm, the snowstorm last week, only trees and branches that fell from this storm are eligible for the debris program. Trees and branches on public property and right-of-ways will be picked up by the City of Owatonna Public Works Department. To report a tree or branch on public right-of-way, you can call 774-7308 during business hours. But if you have branches that are on private property, you are responsible to remove the downed trees and branches from their property. You do have the option of cutting and removing trees and branches themselves and hauling them to the compost site. You may choose to call a reputable tree removal service to complete this work. Now, the City of Owatonna residents can bring cut trees and branches to the following location. You do need proof of residence to do this. The Owatonna's Yard Waste Composite site. Their phone number is 507-475-0206. They are having brushes and branch at a reduced rate of $6 per cubic yard. It's a reduced rate that will be in effect until May 18th. Generally, debris removal from private property is not eligible for City of Owatonna removal unless the city has declared eligible FEMA reimbursement, and this storm is not eligible for that. So you are responsible for your own trees on your property that are down, but they are doing it for a reduced rate, so make sure you get that out and call them, the City of Owatonna, if you have more questions. Aaron Gillespie, Connie Knutson, and Nancy Sletton of ERA Gillespie Real Estate in Owatonna were awarded the Leaders Circle designation by ERA Franchise, a global franchise leader. And in order to qualify for this, they must have achieved 65 total closed units or $200,000 in adjusted gross commissions. We want to say congratulations to them and all the work that they obviously did to gain those kind of things, especially in today's climate. Steele County Historical Society has postponed their vintage and perennial plant sale. It was scheduled for the 4th, but has been rescheduled to Saturday, May 11th. It will be at the Village of Yesteryear at the Carriage House. It'll be from 9 to 2, again, this Saturday. It's been rescheduled from last Saturday with all the snow. Pillow cleaning, clean and deodorized, sanitized, fluffed. This is a free. It's not a free service, but it's a service that's going to be taking place at the Associated Church. They say your pillow is made cleaner than new or for little or more than the cost of new ticking. So you can also have crushed foam pillows as well as custom feather pillows and down comforters. 6:30 to 3:30, May 6th. That's today. So make sure you get out there at the Associated Church and find out how that can be helpful for you to make your spring cleaning a little easier. And the Friends Lunch on May 8th, Speaker Jimmy Regan. It's the Friends of the Arts Center invite you to have lunch with Jimmy. It's going to be a gourmet lunch, and he's going to be talking about his life as a middle child of 5 and his autism. He was sick and isolated much of his life until he found art, and his artwork has received international recognition. He's spoken about his paintings to Target executives. His mother will introduce Jimmy and give his background and the many successes and accolades he's received. $20 are tickets for this gourmet lunch at the Art Center. That's coming up May 8th at the Art Center. For more information, call 451-0533. And again, at the Art Center, they have the gallery exhibition of jewelry by Sue Hamsnoff. It opened on Sunday and runs through the 25th, so it's a great opportunity to see necklaces, bracelets, and earrings with colors and textures that are very, very beautiful. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you on Wednesday when we're going to be speaking with Michelle Gwynn and Allison Akiri, as well as a little update on what Leanne did on vacation. So stay with us. We'll be right back.